Good day, men of God. I hope you are enjoying your day splendidly. Now, for the past two videos, we've been talking about goals. What are goals? How can we actually apply goals into the Bible? What does the Lord have goals for us? And also, why is it important to have God orchestrate our goals? And now we're going to talk about in this video, what comes against the goals of God on a daily basis. All of this will be addressed here on Management Ministry. So here is 3 things that comes against the goals that God has set before us. And the first one, if not obvious, is ourselves. You'll find in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, and Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. We need to be mindful of ourselves daily, that it is not our will, but His will that needs to be done. Luke chapter 22, verse 42. When we get out of the way of God's goals for us, we are freed from the anxiety that compares the height of our abilities to the height of our expectations set before us. The Lord is our strength that not only gives us the capabilities to do what He has requested for us to do, but qualifies us to be blessed. Philippians chapter 4, verse 13, Colossians chapter 1, verse 12. It is the Father who qualifies the unqualified, who accepts the unacceptable, because all things are possible to them that believe. Number 2, what comes against the plans and the purposes of God is the culture of our world. Romans chapter 12, verse 2 says, "And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." The world will try to shape you daily into what will please your flesh, but not what pleases your spirit. We have to guard our minds and our hearts from the devices of man that would try to anchor our focus on the riches of this world. When our focus is on the riches of this world, we drift from the focus of the rewards and the promises that are set for us in heaven. We will become more attracted to the temporary and lose affection for the eternal. When our minds and hearts are set on the rewards of man, we start looking for man's attention as a sign of success. We start counting the amount of money we gain from the work we do and count it as our gain. We stop relying on the resources of the Spirit and start relying on the products of the Spirit. And number 3, the plans of the enemy. John chapter 10, verse 10. "The thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly." We have to be reminded that even though God has plans for us, the enemy has plans for us as well. The enemy wants to destroy our relationship with God and have us focus on Him. He wants us to accept the things that He has set before us instead of the things that God has set before us. He wants us to deny the things that God has prepared for us and to prepare for the things that the enemy has wanted us to do. So all the times we must be discerning as men to embrace the things of God and to deny our things of the enemy. And it could be quite tempting too, because sometimes the things that we think are designed by God are as beautiful as ever, but we must resist it. We must resist it with relationship with God. We must resist it with the Word of God. We must resist it because God's love is greater than the beauty of this world, the beauty of whatever the enemy has. God's love is greater than all of that. So, men of God, I pray that these 3 points have blessed you, have set you into a new standard of relationship with God and His plans for you, and has even helped you to even interpret some of the things that you may have even seen before in your life that may have been similar to these 3 points. I pray that you have a stronger relationship with the Lord. I pray that you have a greater interpretation of the Word, and I pray that you only grow stronger in the love of the Father.